Dad the Whale in Hawaii. Energy never dies, it just changes form. Since souls don't have a form, they can get around a lot easier. It seems my dad followed me to Hawaii. He has appeared numerous times in my life when I spoke to him. The first time was Thanksgiving 2018. I had been in Hawaii for less than 2 months, and as much as I loved Hawaii, I was still lost in trying to find my place in the sun. That morning, my friend picked me up, and we went to the pier to find the dolphins. A dream on my bucket list was to swim with the dolphins naturally in the wild. As we drove closer, we could see a bunch of boats gathered, a good sign that there were dolphins. We hurried and parked, walked to the pier, and had to swim about a mile out to reach where the dolphins were gathered. My friend was an Ironman and in great shape. While I too am in great shape, I wasn't in the same category. So as we were swimming, he gained a large distance on me, and I just let him go. There was no way I could keep up with him. Next thing I know, one of the boats started playing a song very loudly, or at least that is how I heard. I can't help falling in love with you, originally by Elvis, but the song was being played by a Hawaiian artist. I stopped swimming and treaded water in disbelief. I was by myself. The boats and other swimmers were all ahead of me by a couple hundred feet. I started crying, tears welling up in my swim goggles. How is this happening? This was my father's song. He played it every night, belting it out in the living room, probably drunk, but oh well. It brought me back to my childhood hearing him sing it. My friend turned back to look for me, and I just waved him on. I was overwhelmed with emotion. I couldn't swim. My breathing was much too heavy, and I was too emotional. Just then I looked down in the ocean, and there they were, a pod of dolphins swimming around me so close that I could reach out and touch them. My heart was overjoyed. I couldn't believe the dolphins had come right to me. I got the opportunity to have them all to myself for the next 10 minutes. I laughed with glee, cried tears of joy, and thanked them for showing up for me. It was a Thanksgiving I'll never forget. The dolphins have come to me numerous times since my initiation into my new family. They come to remind me to play, have fun, and be in my highest joy. Don't take life so seriously, they telepathically say to me. I need this remembrance from them, as I can be very intense and focused at times. I remind myself to keep the balance. More magical moments. Another serendipitous event happened when I was driving up the coast, taking Karma for an adventure up north. I had just gotten Gracie, my minivan, running steadily and felt I needed to get out of town. It had been a while since I thought of my dad, so I started talking to him. Then I turned on the radio and a song came on that I hadn't heard in 15 years. It was a song I would sing to the people in my life that crossed over. I got the God bumps all over my body tenfold. I felt like my whole body was about to take off into space. The energy was pouring through me. I wasn't sure what was happening. I then said out loud, I haven't seen whales in a while, so if this is you, Dad, I want to see a whale jump out of the ocean. I looked to my left into the vast Pacific, and just as I did, a whale jumped out of the ocean. I couldn't believe it. Then it jumped again and again. I pulled over as soon as I could find a safe space along the highway. I was so happy, giggling like a little girl. I found a tree to sit under with Karma to soak in the magic of the moment and the enveloping love I felt. A magical presence is created when one truly lives in harmony with all living things. Grace Mantle.